The topic for today is describe a childhood lesson that still guides your decisions today. What is the lesson and how has its significance evolved as you've grown? For me, I grew up in a household where my parents would constantly yell at each other. That is their default communication. I distinctly remember when I first came to Canada, and of course, my speaking volume was adjusted to that kind of communication. And everybody would tell me, "You're being too loud. Why are you so loud? Why are you so loud?" I didn't even understand why. To me, it was just normal speaking voice. And it wasn't until maybe like 5 to 10 years down the line that I realized, okay, that kind of communication style is not normal, and usually people talk quieter. So the lesson I learned there is control your volume. It's not about when you're trying to communicate, it's not about who's the loudest. It's not even about who's right. It's about connecting with the other person so that you can see it from their perspective, and that will, most of the time, unless you're dealing with a sociopath, that will allow you to then step into the world, which then allows them to step into your world. And that usually I find to be a much better way to communicate. I'm sure a lot of Asian households deal with this problem where their parents are basically the boss and the child never questions the parents. You're never in an equal relationship ever. You're just doing what you're told, basically. And this form of communication where they just yell at each other all day long was certainly something I picked up naturally and had to unlearn. So to wrap this up, one lesson I learned was the way that we communicate. Just being very loud because that was the default communication style that my parents had with each other and with me. And it took me many years to unlearn that. And today, I think I'm actually pretty normal in terms of communicating with people. There are still times where my mom yells at me, I have like a gut reaction to yell back, but I've been very good for the past, I want to say 3 to 4 years. I have tried really hard to not communicate in the same way that she communicates to me. And that's something I'm actually pretty proud of. So let's leave it at that.